Hey church, I hope this finds you experiencing the grace and the love of Jesus today in a powerful way. Hey, I just wanted to take a minute and reflect from this past Sunday's message. I want to share just remind us all of some key takeaways that I pray can guide all of us in the coming days. First, we talked about understanding God's plan. I mean, we dug deep into Stephen's life in the book of Acts, his sermon and his life in the book of Acts over the last several weeks. And we've recognized the profound difference between our human plans, our expectations, and the grand design that God has for each and every one of us. It's the same we saw in the life of Joseph. I mean, no one would have scripted his life out that way, the way it worked out. But God's way led to a greater fulfillment and purpose than we would have ever thought possible. The same can be accomplished in our lives as we remain faithful to Him regardless of our situations. Second, the church is a beacon of light. I mean, we highlighted the church's value to our worth to our community comes from our role as being both salt and light. I mean, we are protecting it from God's judgment by our faithfulness, by our doing the gospel. We're restraining God's judgment, and we're also a blessing by shining His light on the areas of darkness in our community. I mean, we are called not just to reflect on and learn about our faith, but to live it out boldly, engaging with our community to spread hope and direction in a world that frankly is doing its best as it's just stumbling in the darkness. We also talked about being actively engaged. Each one of us, you and I, has been given unique gifts that we have to offer. And we should be encouraged to actively engage in our church family. Whether through small, little things like unlocking doors and adjusting thermostats and turning on sound equipment, or taking on more significant responsibilities. Every contribution that is made, regardless of its size, breathes life into our spiritual families. I mean, this leads us to living with a purpose. I mean, I challenged each of us to shift from being spiritual consumers to being spiritual contributors as we use our gifts in our church families. As we move forward this week, I encourage us to find ways to apply these truths in our daily lives. Reflect on the areas where your plans may need to align more closely with God's intentions, His desires. Consider how you can be a source of light and hope to those around you. And then identify and commit to areas in your church community where you can contribute your time, your talents, and your treasure. That we walk in unity, in faith, being mindful of the divine blueprint that guides our journey with Christ. We are each a vital thread in the rug, the tapestry of the church, of His church. And together we can leave a legacy of faith that honors God's divine purpose. Amen. Amen. I just want to encourage you. This week on Wednesday night, we have our kids coming back for after school programs, and then dinner and our youth group on Wednesday. There'll be a lot happening on Wednesday. And then Sunday coming up this weekend, don't forget to join us for worship, either at 9:30 a.m. at Wesley Chapel or at 11 a.m. at Rock Hall Church. And if you're a member of one of those churches, I encourage you to be thinking about where you can contribute your gifts, where you can be used to build up your church. That every one of us are called to ministry, to present our prayers, our presence, our gifts, our service, and our witness to the life of the church that we claim home. God bless you all. Have a fantastic day. And remember, everywhere you go, that Christ is alive in you, and He wants to do something through you right where you are, even right now. God bless you.